Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Serbian farm. Okay. So our soybeans are ready to go. They're ready to be harvested. So I planted soybeans here. And in the other field we planted not grass, sunflowers. So we are going to go harvest the soybeans first. This will be the first time I think we've done soybeans on the full field, I think. Not sure. But what we need to do is grab our combine. So let's pull it out of the shop. Well, it's not in the shop, but let's pull it out of this little area here. We parked it in here for the time being, but we're gonna need to pull it out of here and get the harvest started without hitting the bobcat, which is in the middle of the yard apparently. Alright, so let's pull this out. And I think we have a course set up for combining 70. Do we? I guess we don't. Guess I never saved it. That's fine. Alright, so northeast side, heading south. Return to first point, yes. One lane before. Generate course. Let's save this as field 70, 72, combi 11. Oops. 11.5 meters. Anyways. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to grab our header, because we can't do anything without the header. No, we don't need this one. We need the new one. And I have a feeling if as soon as I detach, oh my goodness, as soon as I detach this, that header is going to go all over the place. So I think I'm just going to leave it attached to this and grab another tractor. Yeah, we'll just grab this thing. There we go. Just leave the gravity wagon there. Whoops, that's the wall. And let's grab the header trailer and take it out into the field. Alright, so we're actually harvesting 2 crops right now, neither of which we can actually store, so we're going to be selling them both directly. Alright, there we go. So this header that's on this trailer, it works, it sits on it nicely. But for whatever reason, the corn header that we have does not work very nicely on these trailers. Don't know why. Like, it'll lock and it'll stay there, but for some reason what it'll do is it will just it'll just act up, and it's really odd. And really this tractor is way too powerful for this trailer, but it was readily available, so. And our marks are still there apparently, so. And they're reflective too, who knew? Alright, so let's pull this out in front of here. Let's get this nice and straight for our combine. There we go. Let's hop in the combine. And before I forget, let's detach the head, or unlock it basically from the, I think I can probably pick it up, but if I do that it's gonna go crazy. So hop in here and detach the header. Well, it moves a little bit, but not too much. Apparently it moves enough to slide. Well, it's also going downhill, so that's probably part of the reason why as well. That's fine, we'll just grab it. There we go. Let's move this back slowly. There we go. Alright, now let's move this out of the way, but we're gonna need it in a bit anyways, so let's just move it up here, I guess, for the time being. And then what we'll do is, I guess I should turn this off first. Alright, let's hop over to our combine here and generate the course already. It's in field mode. Put it into the first waypoint. Apparently it wants to unload into that Crossport field edge container. That's not happening. Alright, perfect. Look at that. Good. Okay, so I'm going to let that do its thing. And we don't need to talk. We need this truck. We really need to deal with a manure situation over at our beef cows. It's 98% full, and we really need to get rid of that excess manure. I found the sell point from last time, which is good. It was actually what I thought was the alternative tip point is actually the sell point for manure, strangely enough. Let's put our lights on here. Is actually the sell point, which is kind of odd, so go figure. Alright, so we're just going to drive this over to the beef farm over there, or I guess you can call it the beef farm, and then we're going to unload the manure into this truck right here, and then we're going to go sell it. Alright. I do like the inside of this truck. It's not like super complex, but it's simple, and it lights up, which is really cool, especially in situations where it's a little dark. And because you can see the fuel gauge and you can see the speedometer and all that jazz, it really makes it pretty cool to drive when it's a little bit dark outside. Again, barely any reaction to the ruts. Well, it does move around, but it's not like bouncing off and flying up into space and whatnot. That's what I'm referring to, really. Alright, and they have high beams too. Although in fog, of course, high beams don't work very well, so let's keep our regular lights on here. There we go. So let's bring this over here. And I'm gonna need the F-150 anyways, I'd realized. Oh well. So let's turn that off, hop in the F-150. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drive this truck and leave the header, the trailer, out in the field, so I can just pick it up. It doesn't look attached, but it actually is. It's not attached very well, mind you. Oh no, it's not even attached at all. Ah, well. That makes my life easier, I suppose. Let's just leave that there for the time being, then I'll deal with that later. Alright, so we need to grab our trailer over here so we can take over our Bobcat, which we're going to need to unload the manure. Now, theoretically, I could just use a front loader and unload it, but I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to do it this way because it's actually a lot quicker. There we go. And we have 24 liters of fuel, so we might need to fuel up on the way out. Actually, we're going to need that on. Alright, so let's hop in the back, put the ramps on, grab our Bobcat, which needs to be started as well. Yes, I'm being a little hasty with you. Alright, so where are we here? Let's line this up. There we go. Perfect. Well, this is, I'm going to get it at least. There we go. Straight. There we go. Good. Let's make sure it's over the axles. Further forward. There we go. Turn that off. Take the ramps out. There we go. Let's hop in here. Unlock the load, then lock the load. There we go. And let's hop in the gas truck here, and we'll drive it over to the Ford. And then, I don't know where our combine is. This is a situation where having like load status or one of those mods installed would be nice, but I can figure it out. Alright, so let's pop over here. Put the line out and let's refuel the truck. Checking our combine. It's at 34%. So what we need to do is I don't know why it has like an air brake sound like that. I don't know if any tractors, I don't know if tractors actually have air brakes or not, but alright, so let's I can't put this into our, can't put it into any of our silos, but I am going to need a refuel as well. Might as well do this while we're here. Everyone needs to be refueled apparently. Alright, let's hop in the Ford. He's full. 299 liters goes off really quickly in this Ford. I don't know why, but it does. Alright, so let's drive this over. So many things to do all at once. So we're going to drive this over to the beef farm, and then we'll use it to unload the manure. And that combine's not at 80% yet, which is good. No cars, good. It's 6:30 in the morning. I doubt there's many cars in the road. Although in reality, you probably wouldn't be harvesting soybeans at 6:30 in the morning because they would be still with dew on them, and you wouldn't be able to harvest them. And if you try to take them to a grain elevator, they'd probably reject them for having too much moisture in them. That's the joys of being a farmer. Alright, so almost there. Now I'll show you how this truck reacts to it. It bounces around all over the place. So that's why I like those other trucks a bit better. Like, it can handle the ruts, but it does react a lot more to them. I don't know if that's because of the weight or just the gravity. Like, I'm not sure what it is, but it does something. Alright, so let's just pull this up on the grass over here. Let's unlock the load first, then we can turn it off, and then put the ramps on, hop into our Bobcat, wait for it to be preheated. Alright, perfect. Now we have 99% manure here, so we need to get rid of this stuff. Alright, so it should, I've never done this with this particular. Here, let me show you what it looks like in here. Yeah, I've neglected it just a tinsy-wincy bit, as you can see. It must be the extra cows. Alright, so let's drop this down. Oh, can I not? Oh, there we go. Let's hop back in our crass here. And let's put it in the right area here. There we go. Back it up here. Perfect. Yeah, and that'll unload directly from there. Perfect. So it's already down to 80%, dropping down to 70. The amount of manure that's in there should almost fill this trailer. Let's go check in our combine. So he's on the second pass. Now he's going north and south on this. Apparently it looks like corn coming out of the back. Well, that's fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to let that, probably won't fill up by the time, yeah, maybe it will. We'll see. But we're going to take care of that combine ourselves because I have a feeling that if I leave it to the class, it's not going to do what I want it to do. Anyways. Is it empty? Yes, it's empty. Good, so let's move this out of the way now. Alright. Perfect. Let's move him back over to the F-150. We might as well just put him straight onto the trailer. Then we'll take him back later. Perfect. There we go. Good. Turn that off. Let's take the ramps up now. I really like this trailer. Like the fact that you have to go around to the back and put the ramps on. I think it's a really, really well modded trailer. I really like it. I just wanted to say that because I didn't realize how much I liked it until like has just this like little things like putting the ramps in the back, being able to put the sides up. I think it's is it C? Yeah, so putting the sides up like that, doing like all that kind of little stuff makes it a really cool ramp. And it is a bit small, I'll give it that, but it is a really nice trailer. It's a bit small. You can't use it for too much. Like I don't know how. Technically, I don't think would an F-150? Yeah, I think an F-150 would be able to pull a skid steer, not a problem. But the Renault I had on it before, probably not. Anyways, side tangent. Okay, so our cows are taken care of for now. Let's put the grain plane on, or the grain plane. Let's put the tarp over because we don't want everyone on the highway to know what we're transporting and complain about the smell. There we go. So let's go over and drop this off. And we need to head south on the map. There we go. No trains coming. Good. Now the funny thing is, this truck seems to change its speed based on what it is pulling, which is kind of interesting actually. So I like that fact about this truck. It just seems to, because I did say that I believe the max speed of this truck was 70 kilometers an hour. Obviously, I'm not doing 70, so, but it's probably makes sense because I'm actually in town. All right, so let's go to the stop sign here. Now let's signal. Not that it makes a difference. I like the. I can't believe they even included a sound for the signaling. That's pretty cool. Alright, there we go. Nice wide turn there, perfect. Okay, now where am I going here? I need to turn. If I turn left up here, I think. Not there, but after here. There we go, perfect. Might as well use the signals. Like if they're there, it doesn't make a big difference. Actually, I didn't need to cross over the bridge. Shoot. Oh well. We'll stay on this side, and then we'll take a nice little detour. Nice little trip through. Oh, some ruts there. Didn't realize they were there. Take a nice little trip through the woods, apparently, so. Put it on max speed here, which isn't very quick, but that's fine. 7 o'clock in the morning, fog is still there. It's a good, nice little fog effect. It's not too much, and it does go away after a while, so that's good. Better put our lights on. Jeez. Where's my safety? Alright, so I'm gonna head over to here. If you look at the little green part right here, that's actually where the drop-off point is. Actually, I need to cross that bridge. So let's just do a little bit of a UE here. It's actually there, and I honestly didn't think it was a sell point, but it is. And I have a feeling our combine's nearing full. And this mud pit right here is just atrocious. Like, even this truck just bounces all over the place. I don't know what's underneath it because I can't see, but it is just like, I don't know what they did there. Maybe if you had an ATV or something, that'd be fine, but any vehicle I've taken through, even this one, has just had a heck of a time with it. Alright. So let's drop this off. And I don't know if I'm sure I've shown this before, but I probably drove past at one point and just didn't make much note of it. But it's, oh, shoot, how do I get across here? There's a river there. We don't want to cross there. Guess gonna have to follow this up here then. Jeez. I thought there was a bridge here. Guess not. Alright, well, we'll follow it this way, I guess. But it's right over there. And I thought there was a bridge there. Strange. Apparently, I'm driving 60 kilometers. And maybe because I was on... It must have been because I was in town, because now it's just... apparently just wide open and has no problems. I need to go this way. It's gonna make me do a ridiculous loop. Oh well. Longest way ever to this point. Jeez. Anyways, this is the wheat field we've never harvested. That's just been sitting here. Obviously, there's no wither on this particular map, or else that would have been withered. That would have withered a long time ago. Oh well. Anyways, we actually haven't planted too much wheat or barley or any of the standard fruits in this game, or crops in this game, just because our cedar that we started off with is the Alice Chalmers there. Haven't used it much. We've been sticking with a corn header for the most part, so. Alright. Might as well indicate. Not that it makes a difference. I like the sound, I think. Not too many new cars make that kind of, that tinny sound, basically. Which makes it kind of cool. Alright. Let's get to this sell point. I suppose I could have gone through the river, but that wouldn't have been very realistic. Gotta try and keep it realistic to a certain degree. No. There is a turn up here, isn't there? Where is this turn? I think it's just on the right up here. Is it? Yes, there it is. Watch out for the sign. There we go. So, it's way, way, way down here. Oh, goodness. This has to be the furthest sell point from where our farm is. It's ridiculous. Anyways, but this is some of the other parts of the map that we haven't been yet. It's a nice little area. It's a little far. Honestly, the main reason why I haven't gone down this area is just because it's far from the farm. We don't have any crops here or anything. That's the main reason, basically. Although it is a nice area of the map, still. If we do get down to this area, what I'll probably have to do is I will have to use an overloader into a truck like this. Oh, bushes in the way there. I'll have to use a truck like this with an overloader just to keep the combine running. Alright, so here's our sell point, believe it or not. As you can see, it's just a big pile of manure. And, oh, there is a bridge there. I thought so. There's a big pile of manure, and this is the sell point. So we have 291,000. So let's see how much we get. Not very much. 292, 93, 84. Oh, we got a few thousand for that. That's not too bad. Alright, so let's head back. So now we've taken care of our manure, which is good. Honestly, I didn't want to use a solid manure spreader just because it would have taken... I probably wouldn't have had enough manure, honestly, to do either of my fields. And that's why I haven't used it. The slurry seems to be working just fine, although I discovered I was using quite a bit of it, which makes it a little interesting. So I think last time I went through the whole slurry tank, just about. So I think what I might have to do is if we start acquiring more fields, I'll have to, I can turn right here. I'll have to, excuse me, I'll have to reduce the amount of fertilizer I'm putting down, because I'm putting down a crazy amount of fertilizer, I guess. Like, to go through 800,000 liters of what seems like a lot, so I'll have to reduce it. My slurry spread to not 10, what would it be, 10 meters metrics, I don't know what it would be. It's spreading at 20 right now. I'll have to reduce it down to 10, I think. And I don't know what the, like, if it's like a full, if you get like a full yield off of it if you go down to 10 or not, I don't know. Alright, no train seems to be coming. They sneak out of nowhere. Let's make sure I don't hit anything. There we go. Good. There's one of the other sell points that we don't use. What is that one called? Ah, corn. The Sunoco. Not sure what that says, other than Sunoco. Anyways. Let's get back to the farm, because I believe our combine is just sitting there full. So we still have these sugar beets, which I think we're going to take care of, maybe not this episode, but I think next episode. We'll take care of those sugar beets, and what we'll do is we'll give those to the cows, so they can enjoy the lovely sugar beet. I don't know. I'm not sure if you'd actually feed cows sugar beets. I don't think so. Well, put it this way: they don't do it in North America, to the best of my knowledge. They may do it, and I just don't know. Wow, that seems like a pretty big. It's done quite a bit, actually. So the yield, obviously, from soybeans isn't nearly as much as it is from anything else, basically. So, well, we had corn before, and corn has a crazy high yield in comparison to other things. Like wheat also has a really high yield, but he doesn't seem to be having a problem with the field. So that's the advantage of course play. Like, I'm sure I've mentioned that more than once. The fact that once he started unloading a little bit. There we go. That's better. Once he starts unloading a little bit, he will just keep going, which is a cool little thing. So this is where the mirror would come in nicely, because I think I'm cutting him off now. A little bit further. There we go. But now that's the nice thing about having a mirror. Of course, this mirror does not work, unfortunately. So LSK 5133 is our license plate. I think LS stands for the Landwork Simulator, which is like I guess that means farming simulator in German, and K for Crass, I guess, and 5130 is just the make of this particular truck. Alright. Oh, he's unloaded. Okay, well, we'll just wait then. Actually, what I'll do while I'm waiting, I'm just going to go fill this truck up. With fuel, I mean. So let's go to the gas station while we're around this area. I guess we could go to the we could go to the gas truck, but I don't want to do that because he needs to be filled up anyway. So, all right. Wow, he did quite a lot. I guess that's the difference between using, you know, or harvesting canola or wheat or barley versus something like corn, which we have a really high yield. Oh, that's crazy. And because that's the actual head he's supposed to use, he shouldn't have a problem on the hill. Shouldn't being the key word, of course, but I'm not 100% on that. We're gonna see once he rolls around the other side there. Come on, car. Oh, that's a lame horn. Come on. This is a big semi. I thought it'd have a big horn. I guess not. Oh well. It is a Russian truck, so maybe that's part of the reason why. Maybe not. I don't know. Alright, so we are going to... I wonder if indicating in this game actually makes a difference. Do people actually let you in? I don't think so. It's not like Euro Truck, where I guess they see the indicator. Alright, so let's take a nice wide turn. We'll go in the middle one here. There we go. Let's fill that up. I bought a Profi hopper just so I could tab to it. So when I start the episode, it starts right there. I did have the let's move this out of the way now. I guess we don't need it. I did have the Bobcat there before, but in the end, that was a better option. Alright, so let's hook them back up to the trailer, and we're not going to use this time because I can't store it in my farm anyways, which is silly, but whatever. Alright, so let's hook them up and just turn them off. There we go. It's weird that the manual ignition mod doesn't actually work well. It doesn't work with this mod. You actually use the enter key, which is kind of a bit strange. But it is a nice looking tractor, although I don't like how it reacts to certain things. Minor quibble with it. I use Courseplay a lot, so if things don't work well with Courseplay, I tend to not like mods as much. But that's just me. Let's move this. Actually, let's fill this gas truck up while we're thinking about it. He's half full. I thought he was less than that. That's fine then. I guess we don't need to fill him up quite yet then. But I am going to take him out to the field because I have a feeling I'm going to need his services later on. There we go. Let's take him out over here. Again, I wish this truck had a hitch on it so I could hook up to things. But alas, it has a little circle, and that's it. And technically that would work. That should work actually with some things. No, maybe it would work with that. I doubt it. Let's just try for the sake of trying, but I am 100% sure it's not going to work. Why, you ask? I'm trying because I really want it to work. That's what it boils down to. Apparently our lizard's done. I'll have to set him on his next bunker because we need that slurry. Alright, is it gonna work? That'd be awesome if it did, but no, didn't think so. Alright, let's leave him there. Let's hop over to the lizard here and set him on the second bunker, or bunker number 3, sorry. And we need to keep doing this for the slurry. Technically, the money I get, I guess, like I said a while back with Mr. Statman80, he mentioned the fact that when I sell things, I sell it as if it's in medium mode as opposed to hard. So I do make a little bit of money, or quite a bit, I guess. In the long run, it's quite a bit of money from selling the silage, but I'm not doing it for the money. Theoretically, not really, but it's a nice side benefit. I'm doing it more for the slurry. Alright, so let's hop back into our crass truck here. And let's drive out here. And I don't want to drive over the curb, although I probably could with this truck and it would make no difference. There we go. Alright. Oh, I shouldn't. The brakes sound nice on this too. They're not like overpowering like some like trucks are in the game. They'll have like every time you move a little bit, it's like you get the air brake sound. This one has a good sound to it, which I like, and it reacts well to most things as well. I'm not sure if it actually would cost $55,000, but that's just my guess. All right, where are you? Looks like our combine's not quite 80% full, which is good. So what we'll do is we'll wait till he comes back around, and then we'll unload him on the other side. So I don't think this destroys crops, but we try and avoid it when we can. Let's just wait for him to finish that row or that pass. I don't know why the lights are on that combine. It's 8:20 in the morning, the sun's shining. I guess it is a bit cloudy, but seriously, you wouldn't really need to have the lights on, would you? Alright. Good. Let's get him ready to unload him on the way down. So far that combine seems to be working well with that header. A lot better than the corn header. Mainly because that is the head that works with that combine, so. Alright, there we go. Unload them like so. This is good. So the nice thing about having a nice big combine like this do a crop like this is a low yield, high value crop, which makes it nice to harvest on this field at least. And with that header, at least, it works really well too. On the other field, we have the sunflowers, and that I don't think that's a high yield either, but it's a high value crop as well. Eventually, we may have to do some wheat and some barley, but we'll see. All right, so I think I'm going to end the episode for there. Keep it a bit shorter today, not too much shorter, but just a bit shorter. And next episode, I think we'll have to deal with those sugar beets. All right, so my name's Ian Robson. We're playing Farming Simulator, and I'll catch you guys later.